Of course I'm live.
Is pretty high on the resources devoted to this. I don't recall another instance when the president came into the briefing room in for an evening press conference with charts and graphs and so forth. As they did the other day. And they're trying to do a couple of things here. They're trying to push down the idea that
Hello. I don't know who the second person is, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Obviously, my name is Patrick, but you may have known me from somewhere else.
coordinate the way the White House would respond to that. With all that in there, that the White House is trying to present this standpoint, and that's why the president has to do that. That is also a politicization of this because this will respond to that in a
Hello. How you doing? Good afternoon, or morning, or wherever it is you're from. I think people are trying to pop in, having troubles maybe. Sure, you can. You can ask me any question you like. Hello, Marwa. Welcome. Are you still there? I don't know if you are or not. I think you blinked out. Well, I don't know about a savior, but you can ask me any question. Okay, good. What question would you like to ask? You sure can. Just a generalized one, yes? Or is it specific? You're lost in your relationship? I'm sorry to hear that. I am totally sorry to hear that. But you know what? We will ask the cards and we will ask God to bless us in the reading of these cards. Yes? Or Allah or whatever it is that we call the Lord of Light. Yes, we will ask for that. Because I am a believer. If you are a believer, I am a believer. I do not believe my psychic gift comes from any other source but the light of heaven itself. I hope that makes you feel better at ease. My dear and blessed My dear and blessed Marwa, yes. Heaven is heaven gifts us all with so many things. That is why I do these readings for. It is why I believe I have my gifts. I wouldn't do this otherwise. Can I know what he is towards me? That's very good. That will help me focus for you. Very much so. Yes. All right. Okay. First card. I'm going to pull for you, and let's see if it'll show up for you. And it is the world. Okay. Second card that is pulled for you is the Ace of Cups. Third final card for you is the Six of Cups. Now, Mara, what I do is I believe that the person, yes, you have. Wait. Tyler, what I usually do is I take the first person's reading first, but I will get to your reading in a second. I take the first. I will come to your reading for your love reading. Okay. So please be patient. I will be right with yours after I've done with Marwa's here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just don't want people to think that I'm not paying attention to them when they make a request. That's all, Kyla. I just don't want people to think that I'm not responding to their requests. Okay. Here we go. All right, Marwa, your first card was the world. Like I was going to say, I always pay respect to the people who made this deck. So I read what they have written about each of the cards, and then I interpret what I feel from the cards as well. Okay, and here we go. This is the cycles of completion and beginning. Okay, the cycles of completion and beginning, the world. I think this is going to be getting what he feels when he feels about you. Um, uh, in that respect, the great road is long, and you have walked its winding dirt forever. Is it buffering really badly for you, Kyla? I'm sorry about that. All of life's trials and tribulations are lessons and opportunities that allow you to grow and become a fully aware participant in the dance of life. You know now, looking back, how much can be learned from them. And you can see also how much you have changed. Change is inevitable, and you can never go back the way you came, never return to the point of origin. Though you may still be inspired by it, you may yet find your feet being set on a new path, a new way, a new origin with a new destination. There is always more out there waiting for you, traveler, and you will never be too weary for the treading. Now, you are a rhythm dancer in the joy of life, knowing what it is to move with the beat of yourself and the universe, knowing the reflection between the two, and embodying all to be found between them. Now, you and I both stand um, at the infinitesimally small point between ending and beginning. And here you are at the center of the world, the product of all your experiences and the synthesis of all of your learning. Dance with me now in this moment with no past or future, just the now, just your birthright being danced out in the beat of your world. It is awareness and it is illumination. All right. So, bearing in mind with all of that, it's talking about a completion, endings giving way to new beginnings. The journey is never over. Synthesis, experience as a teacher. Everything is a lesson. Let's say so. For the first card here, what we're looking at, Marwa, feelings towards you. There could be a synthesis here, right? A uh, like a coming to an end for a new beginning, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Kyla. I'm so very sorry. Dang it. Maybe my next broadcast around, okay, and I will get to your question or any other questions you have. I promise. Just subscribe to me or whatever, and next time I'm around, you'll be notified, and you know, that sort of thing. So, in order to end something, to begin something, and a synthesis, yeah, for you, Marwa, on the first one. Okay. Excuse me. Your next card is the Ace of Cups. All right. So let's get to that one. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. Ah, here we are. Here it is hiding away from us. This is the soul receiving love. Okay, it's the soul receiving love. Okay. From the limitless light of the heavens, I open myself completely to receive the light of the divine. I am the vessel. Excuse me. I'm the vessel for the soul and the soul itself. And I am the continual flow that allows the cup of the soul to be always full and always emptying simultaneously. I am the cup that runneth over with joy and bliss, as the divine light fills me completely. Yet you cannot fill a cup that is already full, and so I am a constant state of receptivity and emptiness. All right. Being open in love, receiving the light of the divine, being filled with love and joy. You cannot fill a cup that is already full. Receptivity to allow for fullness, letting go, and surrendering to joy, bliss, and ecstasy. Um, Peace being channeled into the world, being full of love. I think with this second card for you, Mara, what it's trying to say, what the Ace of Cups is trying to say, for you, what his feelings for you are, Mara. What it's really trying to tell you is that there is the possibility that this young gentleman uh, would would be open to, okay, for one part of that possibility would be open to love. Okay, yes, you can, Nana. And just after I get done with this young lady, you can ask a question. Yes, you can. Uh, I believe uh, he has a strong compassion for the world, right? Um, there's a fullness to him also. Okay, Mara, I believe so. Yeah, I think he's very full of some issues. Yeah, that's why the fullness of the cup keeps coming up in the context of this reading. Yeah, I think he wants to love you. I think he's open to it, but with a lot of people who have addiction issues, Marwa, from from the experiences I've seen from people that I know who have gone through that, um, they have the disease of addiction is very very strong, and unfortunately uh, it takes a lot of patience from your end um, to help him. It's not so much his mind or his soul that he's losing, it's the addiction is very strong. It's an illness, and like any illness that a person has, it's very hard on that person. And your love for him is a support for him uh, that he's going to need, and he's going to push you away. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this straight up. He's going to push everybody in his life away, and that's the illness in him talking. Uh, it's really not him per se. Okay, that's the illness in him that's talking. That's the sickness in him, and that's terrible. And I'm sorry that you're going through that uh, because of him. But if there's genuine feelings from him somewhere within that sickness towards you, you're, you know, just help him get help. You know, if there's anywhere where you live that has any kind of a 12-step program or a clinic of any kind that can help him get better. Uh, but first of all, and most important of all, he has to want to get the help. He cannot be forced to get it. That's the unfortunate um, devastation of that disease. It truly, truly is, and it breaks my heart for him. But it really, 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 really is just he is really just going to have to really want to get well and really want to get better. Uh, and it's the kind of illness of the sickness of the soul. Uh, I understand. Oh no, I know. This sickness is terrible. It is one of the most sinister of diseases. When a person is sick with drugs and alcohol, this kind of illness is very, very, very devastating. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this with this person that you care about so much, Marwa. Uh, and in the cards will say this for you, that you care about this person very much. He cares about you somewhere deep inside. Um, oh, oh, bless your heart, my dear, bless your heart. So I'll I'm going to probably tell you what the Six of Cups is going to tell you then. He probably still does love you somewhere deep inside. Uh, the only thing that can be done now is for you to just decide how much are you willing to stick with him in this situation. Uh, to be honest, uh, with you, um, there really just isn't much you can do from your point other than just be there for him. Um, love him as much as you can, and be supportive for him and be there for him in the best way you can. It's really up to him on what on what he's going to have to do it for himself. He's going to have to realize for himself that his life is is you know it's in danger, and that he has a sickness that he needs to go and have taken care of. And if he's not going to listen to you or anyone else, that's on. And it's sad, but it's on him. You know, I once heard someone say in a group of people once, it's not like Jesus is going to come down and slap the drink out of a person's hand. You know, and that's sad, but it's true. You know, uh, I feel so terrible. I will keep I will keep this young man in my positive thoughts, and you as well, and hope and pray that he comes to his senses. But I do sense deep inside he does care for you deeply. In answer to the question that you were asking about from the cards. Yes, Nana. Just give me a second, okay? I want to make sure that Mara is all right first before I move on to you. So, Mara, are you going to be about as okay as you're going to be? Again, my deepest sorrow and hope for you and your boyfriend. All right. Okay, Nana, I'm going to go ahead and move on to your reading. Can I have a general reading? Well, yes, you sure can. You obviously can have a general reading. Absolutely. Be a pleasure for me to do that for you. Okay, here we go. You ready? About to pull your first card for you. Ooh, all right. 7 of Wands, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to position it so you can see it better. Damn it. There it goes. Hope you can see it. Hope you can see it. There it is. First card for you. Second card is the Five of Pentacles, okay? And here's that fellow right there, the Five of Pentacles. Lovely gentleman right there. Third card. Temperate. Okay. I normally don't get a chance to explain this very, very often, so I'm going to go ahead and excuse me. I am so sorry. I get a frog in my throat every so often, Nana. It's okay. It'll readdress itself. So sorry. The first card generally in a reading represents the past showing itself into the present. Okay. I always call this one the card that drives the bus. I know it's a weird thing to say because it's a foundation card and it builds up the story, so to speak, of what's the basis for the answer for your question. Yay! All right. I, I weirdly sort of set the stage for your answer to your question. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? Seven of Wands. Let's see what this guy here has to say, Mr. Seven of Wands. That's not him. That's for sure as heck not him. No, that's not him at all. No. Okay. Sorry about that. Ah, found him. This is the heart of the warrior. Oh, this is groovy. You're going to like this one. I may not have much, but what I do have, I will defend. In the face of betrayal, I have honor. In the face of weakness, I have courage. In the face of offense, I am I am the defense. I am the face of my enemies. I am an unholy creature of war. When I fight, it is only in response to those that seek to harm what I am sworn to protect. And when in battle, I am bloodthirsty and incessant. Any my war cry, shattering the ears of those. My war cry, shattering the ears of those that hear it. What do I fight for? Everything. What do I fight with? Everything. Fellow fighter, I ask you to stand beside me and fight in the greatest battle of history, the battle to live courageously and never cower from protecting that which you hold dear. What will your war cry be, warrior? All right, here are some of the possible meanings, okay, for this card. And then I'm going to share what I think this card has in connection to your reading, okay? A hard fight, battling against oppression, uh, bullying, standing up for what you believe in, supporting the underdog, giving everything, to overcoming an obstacle, defense, facing opposition that seems insurmountable, courage and valor, to live for a cause. Okay, so here's where the vibrations in my guides are telling me for you, Nana. Get ready for this because I love this card, right? There has been a hard fight in your life, and it's still a hard struggle sometimes for you. But guess what? I think I think there's also there's been some oppression. Okay, so there's something against oppression. Stand up, lady, stand up and fight, 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 fight. Don't give up. Continue your fight. Keep going. Keep battling forward because you know what? That's what you got to do sometimes in this life. You got to fight. You got to fight hard for everything you believe in. Don't give up, right? And don't let the enemy ever even have an inch of whatever it is that you want in your life ever. That's what I say. Give them a good fight. Show them your war face, and you just keep going. Yeah. Face your opposition that seems insurmountable. Have some courage and valor. Put on that war paint and get going. How about that? Five of Pentacles. Are you still there, Nana? Still present? Accounted for?
Delegates are up for grabs here. And the real clear politics polling average has brought in with a commanding double-digit lead. Has repeatedly pointed to South Carolina as Biden's fail-safe. Now, a win here will give him the momentum he needs to.
Hello, Champagne C.
To start the discussion here in class, is NBC News national political reporter Sunil Kapoor and political senior writer Jake Sherman. Lovely to see you in this lovely state. Very lucky to be here.
How are you doing? Been a while.
That would be difficult because they got fourth and fifth place in two key states early on. So this is obviously the question is where does he go from here? Los Angeles Times reporting showed Bernie Sanders with a commanding 20-point lead in the most important state. Right? So Super Tuesday, California is the most important state. So again, the question is simple: where else does he pick up victory? Where else did he?
You been doing okay? Everything been fine? Yep.
Bernie Sanders does not have a
Well, they do here. As you know, a 4-point victory of our NBC national this is a show very different from a 20-point victory from on the African American community. Margin of retreat will higher in states. Super Tuesday. But right now, Bernie Sanders is the president for the nomination. Also in Texas. Earlier today. Sanders is the president.
What have you been up to, dear? Nothing much, huh? Same here.
Making the calculation in their head. If they want somebody that is not Bernie Sanders, go for the next person in line.
I think that's like a great shot. But I think in reality that field needs to start getting winnowed down and voters. Voters are pretty well. Number two, I just want to go back to what we said a second ago. The question is, can Joe Biden turn this into an opportunity to reset money?
Hello, hello. Nope, there is not a list. Give me a moment to shuffle these cards here. Actually, I can shuffle my cards while you ask for what type of reading would you like to have, Tanya? Yes, you sure can. Ask away, darling. Okay, Kyler. I'm going to go ahead and do Tanya's first, and then I will take care of your reading after hers, okay?
And then my son died. Realizing
Oh, your champagne C? Okay. But let me go ahead and take care of Tanya first, okay? All right, love reading. Just a general love reading, Tanya? All righty then. And here we go. Here we go for your reading, general reading of love. First card picked, Nine of Swords. Now, forewarning, a lot of people freak out when they get this card, all right? So I don't want you to freak. The Devil. Don't be terrified. Don't be terrified. Ten of Cups. We will get to that one in just a second. Okay, I got to get to your first card first, which is the Nine of Cups. Okay, the things that go bump in the night. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's not stress. It's gonna be okay. I promise you, Tanya. I had another nightmare again. It's the same one every night. The one where I'm falling into a pit of blackness and cold. I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, we're gonna get there. I think I'm never going. Okay, here it comes. I think I'm never going to reach the bottom. Like I might just fall forever with nobody to hear my screams. But then I hit the earth and I'm dead. I'm dead and my body is already rotting, and I know that my skull has split open and all my thoughts are pouring out. And then I can hear them screaming in my head. Their voices are the voices of everything I've done wrong and the people I've hurt. I wake up sweating and frightened, pulling the covers up to my chin and sobbing, but there is nobody to comfort me. In the morning, when I'm sleep deprived and restless, I consider telling others of the recurring phantasms that plague me, but I never do because I think maybe I deserve the anguish. Maybe I'm guilty after all. Okay, here's what the possible meanings for the card would be. Okay, possible meanings are there are nightmares, night terrors, fear, being afraid, worry, and anxiety, sleep deprivation, problems, mental illness, feelings of guilt, worrying too much about something, making a mountain out of a molehill, health being adversity affected by anxiety. Now, what this would have to do with general reading for love, okay? Here's what I'm going to say about that. Um, and here it is. Making a mountain out of a molehill. Now, how does that tie to you with the question of general love? Worrying. If you are asking about the general idea of love, being in love with someone, being in love with them being in love with you, if you are constantly questioning, yes, there we go. If you're constantly questioning yourself, your doubts, right? That's making the mountain out of the molehill right there, right? That's the constant, that's your mind going, is it, is it, is it, is it, is it, is it, is it? Because as you've been in so many relationships where it's not been the best for you, it didn't turn out all that great, right? Things went terribly wrong in all the most wrong ways possible for you, Tanya. I feel like that's what it is. And in this current situation, you're just waiting for all the other shoes to drop. And then you are just waiting for all of them. You have gotten all the scenarios of how wrong it's going to go already set up and ready to go. Wow. I feel this very tense energy. It's like right here, right? And this is where it sits for you. Yeah? Can you feel that too? That tightness? Is that a lot for you? A lot? That tightness right there? Does that sit with you a lot of times? I feel that. I feel that right now. My guides are just translating that for me into my body. Yeah, I can feel that. Holy crap. You poor woman. You poor lady. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just saying I feel for you. I feel for you. I would embrace you right now in a big, huge hug if I could. Okay, now let's get to let's get to the devil, okay? And don't worry, it's not bad. A lot of people freak out when they get that card. They're like, "Oh my God, I got the devil!" And I keep trying to tell them, "Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry." I'm, when I first started training, in because I'm a psychic, you know, when I first started training way back in the way back, and I started training on the cards. I freaked out when I first got my first reading, and the devil popped up, and I was about jumped out of my chair and ran for the door, and they had to block me from running out of the room. And they were like yelling, "Patrick, Patrick, Patrick, come back! It's okay, it's okay." I was like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. I got the devil. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm totally fucked." And they're like, "No, you're not, man. You're okay. It's okay, man. You're good. Come back, man. It's all right." "No, it's not, man, dude. I got the devil. I'm screwed, son." So yeah, okay. This is the chains that bind. Okay, uh, like a contract or a promises made, promises broken, kind of thing, right? Okay. The chains that bind. When you desire nothing, nothing is what you will get. When you desire the world, you will bring yourself great renown and riches. You must thrust yourself into life without fear and without holding back. Reservation is for the weak, and they shall only be given tastes of the weakest fruits. Bury yourself deep in the bosom of decadence, and your rewards shall be glorious. Climb to the top and glorify yourself, and your achievements will be seen throughout the land. I am the desire for greatness and for worldly success, the decadence of material luxury, and the excess of extreme of anything. When you consume, I am there fueling the fires within you. When you rut, I am there too, urging you on. But fear not the chains that you find around the neck. You are a slave, but only to your own desires and ambitions. Let lust govern your loins and ambition govern your heart. What is sin to one is virtue to another. Mm, okay, that is what it is. Here are the ideas that drive this card. Okay, excess, temptation, lust, and desire, contracts. See, I told you, contracts and bonds between people, inner demons, decadence, vice, being a slave to something, addiction, the darkest part of the self, ambition that hurts others, glorifying the ego, lust for life. Okay, we'll say in the past, in relationships, there were these chains, right? They were forged. They were not forged quite well for you, Tanya, um, because of the fears you had. One, and some of these guys or women or whatever, they were just first class assholes. Forgive me for saying that in such a manner, but that's kind of the vibe I pick up from you. And that it's okay to say that. They were first class jerks, assholes, and dick heads, if that's okay to say. Okay? They did not treat you very well. They treated you poorly. And so now facing forward in this present situation, you're afraid that this person is going to do the same thing to you. But so far, this person hasn't shown that just yet. So it's causing your fear and your anxiety and your panic to just jump, 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 jump up the scales a lot more than you've ever felt before. Yeah? Yeah. You can see me. I'm over here tapping. I'm tapping the screen because, yeah, I get that, right? Uh, I will personalize with you for a moment because I can understand that. Uh, People like us are not used to having good people in our lives. No, we're not. No, we're not. It scares the crap out of us because we're not used to having good, kind people because we're always the good, kind, sweet people, you and me. we're always giving and being nice and kind and sweet and gentle and all that kind of stuff like that. So that when a person equal to our rank comes into our orbit, we don't know what the hell that is, and that's like, what the fuck is that? Is that real? And it sets us into an anxiety sort of moment of like, is that is that is that possible? What's that? Right, right, right. I'm right because I know it, man. Because I know that. Oh no. So it's not this situation. Oh, so it's a different one. This one is kind of a baddie then. Okay, okay. So he's a dick then. This one's a this one's a dick then that you have right now currently. Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping he was going to be a good person. My bad. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's get to the last card here and see what that has to say then. Because there's also the ambition to hurt others. Fits also into this whole situation. Yeah. What yeah, thank you, Kyla. What Kyla says is good there too. Awesomeness. That's what I love about these. 10 of Cups here. Oh, he just that came out of nowhere, huh? Like, hi, here I am. How are you doing? Oh, that's good too, Kyla. Yeah, 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 yeah. Honey, if he's done that to you before, Tanya, I'm going to say something that I usually don't do out of school, but I'm going to do this one out of school before I read you this final card. And I know you feel a strong bond for this guy, and I can feel it that you feel that. That's the kind of psychic that I am. Empath also. So people can people can often yeah people can people can people can shock us sometimes. I would carefully, very carefully, in a public space. Yeah, public. In a semi-private public space where there are lots of people around. Yeah, just heart to heart. Oh, I understand that. Yes, take them to a coffee shop or something. Exactly. The reason why I'm telling you this is because the feeling I get is this. Okay, Tanya, and I want you to have a healthy relationship for your life, sweetheart. Truly, truly. Okay, you take them to a open place Oh, you live in different countries. Yeah, it's very complicated, isn't it? That's too bad you can't take him to like a public chat room or something, talk to him in a public forum or something. Yeah. Let's read your let me read your third card then, okay? Just let me read your third card. Something will pop out. The happy ever after. Ha. Well, let's see what this says then. Yeah? No, no, no. You're fine. You're fine. That was me shaking the camera so you know that it's okay. All right? You're fine. I got you. Once upon a time, there's a way to connect him. There's a way to get to him. Yeah, I forgot what it's called too. There is a way. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let me read this. Yeah, yeah. That's what yeah. It's like a FaceTime type app. I understand. And you need to meet someone you would like to need to find someone that will make you happy. You know what I would do as a suggestion? I would take a little time, take a little bit of a break just for Tanya, take some Tanya time, you know, gather yourself, gather your thoughts, and then what I would do is I would find ways to connect to other people, take your time and let the energy of that time help you guide yourself to find that person for you. Yeah? Makes sense? Sometimes what we have to do is just step away from that situation, just step away from the situation altogether, right? And then just because I think that will be the happily ever after for you. Good. And see, when you do that, because then you'll get to there's a happy ending, a true joy, a bliss, an emotional connection with others. I think that's what these cards are actually trying to tell you. That's what I suspect what this reading is actually leading towards. It's not about him. I think this is about you. I think this reading is about you in specific, Tanya. I think it's really trying to tell you to move on and go find someone else. It has nothing to do about this fellow whatsoever. This reading is specifically about you. Go make your own contracts, make your own deals, make your own chains, forge your own self, move forward. Uh, uh, there is a sparkly fellow out there for you, out there somewhere, and he's waiting for you. And when you find this person, there are going to be sparks. and you're just going to know it. You're just going to know it. You're just going to just know this, it'll be this bubbly sort of magical kind of psychic connection thing, right? And then blam, there it is. Now I don't know if that's going to be the forever person for you, but it may lead to that forever person. You know what I mean? I mean, because we're all connecting one by one to that one person that is our soul. Energy changes too, absolutely. And and when you lead to that one person that is our actual soul, the soul that we belong to, that we merge to, so that we become one whole person again, that I believe very strongly in. I'm a huge romantic. I'm 53 years old, darling, and I am a huge romantic at heart, and I will never give up on that quest because I haven't found my person yet either. But when I do find that one person, I am not letting that person go. I'm hanging on to that person no matter what. I don't care how many arguments I have. I don't care how many fights we get into. I'm not letting that person go because I know that's. And you can also stay with him and get in contact with him and get your closure with that person too, Tanya. That's fine also. But you know, I do think you should move forward. Also, I think that's what you should do. Cool. You're very welcome. I'm sure she can Google it or something, or go to Google Play. Go to Google Play and look up the app for it. I think it's WhatsApp. Was one of them. All right, Miss Tanya. My last reading for the day. Bless you, sir. Yeah, there's Viber. That'll do it too. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Sorry, you're the last question for the day, so go ahead. All right, here we go. And I have your card ready to go. First card, the Hermit. Second card, Prince of Pentacles. And the last one is Five of Cups. Perfect. Nope, not perfect. I'm sorry. Hermit. All right, here we go. This is a seed of light in the darkness. So I know it's a lot of cups today. The cups are just popping out of my freaking deck like mad today. Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Just my deck messing with me. Okay. I've traveled a long way to be here in darkness, in the womb of the world, the great cosmic display of life, death, and rebirth. Above us, stars die and are born, planets move, and the face of the universe changes forever. Okay. It's a small light, flickering and weak, yet in the depths of darkness into which we are going, it might as well be the light of the sun. You ask, why am I so alone? This is the way it must be. I must be brave in the darkness of eternity so that others might see the light. I am the one upon whom all eyes rest when all else fails, and I am the one who will lead you out of this wilderness and desert to the promised land. This light I carry is my burden and my blessing. I offer it with open hands to all, for it is a seed that will redeem the world. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I can see that. Um, this these themes here are pretty good. So I'm going to say he's a he's like a hermit, okay, in the respect of someone who enjoys solitude, right? He's not the loner in the respect of like a complete loner, like where he just kind of like stands away from people because like yeah, that would be that would be it right there, right? Because um, he's the kind of person that has a shining presence to him, right? People like to be around him, which is why I said he's got that loner vibe, but he's not really a loner because he likes to be around people, which is like that contradictory thing almost, right? Where he's that bright shining light and people are kind of like just drawn to him, right? You know that yeah, exactly. It's like that crazy light you turn on in the backyard in the parties, you know what I'm talking about? That's it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, he has a light. It's a spiritual truth that acts as a navigation point. That's something I see right there. It's like you can see him. He's so bright in any kind of a dark situation, and people will just see him, and it's like, bam, that's him. I know where I am now. I know where I am now. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's move along. Good. Pentacles. This is the Stone Guardian. Okay. Stone Guardian. Some chase after the hands of fair lovers, renown, fame, and adventure, but only a fool does so before he has first sought a solid foundation.
Here in Charleston, we're going to look at how climate change will factor into the primary tomorrow. Do not discount that. So live.
Oh, that's sad. How can any of these things be obtained without the practical means to do so? Oh, they say youth is wasted on the young, and perhaps I am guilty of losing my years. Too slow and steady movement. Rather than rushing into life, headstrong and reckless, yet I will learn from history and the past mistakes of others and refuse to be doomed to the pitfalls that can be so easily avoided. I am the mind and its most stable, the careful plans and the slow progress towards actuality before any plans can reach fruition. How ignorant to think that speed is the only measure of success. A loyal friend, somebody you can rely on, careful and cautious movement, a slow-witted person, making careful plans, not rushing in, protecting your investments, loyalty to friends, seeking wealth and stability. Okay, so here's where I can see it's a loyal friend here, someone that wants to be careful and cautious. That's him. Uh, he's slow in his movements for a reason. He doesn't want to rush things. He's not a rusher. He's careful in his plans. He's very loyal to his friends. So that's how I see. That's what I see in this reading uh, for you in this respect. Okay, now let's look at the last one, which is the Five of Cups. Okay. This is the river of tears. Here we go. When your heart is open to another, you become vulnerable. When you open your life to another, you expose your weakest spot. Sooner or later, you will lose them. Everything we love eventually turns to dust, and we are left behind to mourn for our loss. I knew this. I knew it well, and yet I still let myself love, still immersed myself in the joys of life with another. The highs, the jubilation, the excitement, they all seem like cruel comparisons, allowing my pain to be all the greater. Now I am distraught, still with love, yet also with anguish. Nothing lasts forever, not even the pain. And in time, even the sorrow will pass as a shadow into my past, and I shall love again. But now I grieve, now I mourn my loss. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Mm, yeah. Grief at loss, mourning and ending, despair, loss of a loved one, emotional hurt, knowing that grief serves a purpose, respecting the grief, and loss of another, sadness being temporary. So here's what I see for the last of this reading on this card. Um, there's going to be loss of a loved one here in this situation. Um, knowing that grief serves a purpose, sadness being temporary. Now I don't know what that means in total there for you, Kyler. Okay, you wrap this all up into a whole. No, 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 no. Mourning as in mourning as in like your friendship will be probably tested because he's in love with this other woman, and you're still having the feelings that you have, and perhaps he might still be having feelings for you that he has. So you will mourn probably the loss of that kind of connection because he definitely has feelings for this other woman, and maybe that some point that comes to an end with her. I don't know. I think maybe at some point he will come to realize that he probably has stronger feelings for you than he does for her, and maybe when he realizes this, he'll figure it out because it sounds to me like he's a very purposeful, careful, planning person that takes his time trying to figure out the best move for him. And if he is severely, well, I don't know how he actually feels. is what I'm trying to tell you from the reading I'm getting. For you, what I'm trying to tell you from the reading that I'm getting right now tells me that he's not absolutely entirely sure what the hell he actually feels. If you want me to be very honest with you, I think he's confounded on what he wants. He's the typical male in that respect. He's just the typical guy. Um, he's he's like that fifth grader that is staring at the candy bar in front of him, and there's all this candy there, right? And it's like, ooh, ah, oh God, I want this candy bar. I want this one. Oh no, that one looks better. Oh no, but I can get 5 of this for this price, and I can get the 6th one for free. Um, but wait, but if I save my pennies, I can come back tomorrow and get 10 more, kind of thing, you know? Hey, I'm fixing to end the show here. I'm done with this reading. So that's the situation I get for you, Kyla. There you go. So in this situation, and you happen to be the item with which seems to be catching his eye the most. Uh, so, in the parlance in which I'm using this terrible, terrible, terrible analogy, Kyla, it seems to be you are the display item in which keeps catching his eye the most. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in that situation. Perhaps he will purchase you someday. I hope. You are welcome. I must now shut down this show. I have other matters to attend to. Bright blessings of God and the universe be upon you all. uh, I truly mean that. I hope that you all find love and peace and harmony. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe so you will know when I'm back on. And I will endeavor to do my best to do further help for you if I can. At least I can bring you a good laugh, if nothing else. God knows we need those in these darkening days. Subscribe right now, Nade and Maria. Subscribe. Everyone subscribe now before I float off, and you will know when I'm back on.